Hey everybody, what's up? This is Chud McBungus back to bring you another banger. Today I think I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm not going to yap so much in the beginning. I saw an article today about this megachurch pastor guy. Um, he got caught up with the stuff I can't say on YouTube. What is it? SA? People say. I don't know why this keeps happening. Like, can somebody tell me why all the time, every day, all day, you're always hearing news about somebody abusing a child? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, people who are high up in the government, low in the government, in Hollywood, low in Hollywood, weird people in your neighborhood. It's like it's everywhere. I feel like at this point, I feel like if you get rid of all the people who abuse children, I'm thinking you're going to be left with 40% of the population at this point because it's like they're everywhere. I don't get it. Like they're just sneaking around. It's like you could go to Walmart. No, I'm going to do something less. You can go to a Burger King drive-through. I bet you there's going to be like four people in the drive-through line and like two people inside. At this point, that's how I'm feeling. Um, I don't know, but here's the article. It's about this guy, Robert Morris, 64. Look at him. He looks like he did it. Look at him. Look at his face. He looks like he did it and doesn't care. Like he looks like he's gonna do it again. But let's read it. Megachurch leader Robert Morris, 64, pled guilty Thursday on charges he SA'd a girl in the 1980s, which is crazy because I thought in the 1980s, like I'm pretty sure I know what was going on, but I thought like they would. Is that dumb to say? Like you would think they'd take it more serious. Like really, like they didn't take it that serious because if you further read in the article, let me see where it is that she uh she told people, yeah, right here. The abuse began in 1982, and then it says she was 12 at the time, and the abuse continued for years. And she told people, told her parents and church leaders about the abuse in 1987. Let me highlight that for you people who don't know how to read. I can give y'all some time. It doesn't make sense. It's like I guess we are getting better. I guess maybe I just you would just think that back then. Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Like today, we're more accepting of people, and today, like everybody wants to be nice and kind and easy and stuff. But back then, they didn't put up. I thought they wouldn't put up with that stuff. Like if you're a gay, they didn't like that. So it's like you would think that, and even like interracial relationships, they didn't like that either. Like they went hard on the most weird stuff, but this, she can tell her parents and church leaders, and nothing happens. You would think they'd be like, "Hey, you creep, get out of here. We don't need you. Yeah, you need to leave." Like you would think that they would go hard on weird stuff like this because they just went hard on everything, you know, like race, sexuality, all of that. So you would think that if she tells her parents and the church leaders that they would go hard on that too. But I guess not. None of them contacted the police, and Morris went through a restoration process and then returned. So it's like even the people at the church, and this is what I can't stand because people in the church should know better. Like there's certain things that you can and can't do to be a pastor. And I've seen time and time again that people are allowing these pastors to come back and preach after they cheated on their wives or aren't married or scam the church people. Like they just let them come back, and I don't get that. It's like they go to church for what? You're obviously not reading your Bible because this is a guy that needs to be taken out of the position, and then they're gonna have the nerve to want people to go to their church, or they're gonna have the nerve to like act like that God's in that church. God's not gonna be in that church. You think God was in this church the entire time that this PDF file was doing what he was doing in the position that he was in? No, especially when the other people didn't do anything about it. No. I think I'm yapping too much, but I mean, it's just crazy, you know? Like they let him come back after a restoration process. And the Bible says it's better for a person to tie a millstone around their neck and be cast in the ocean than to lead a little one astray. And when you're abusing that child, you're leading them astray because you're giving them like mental anguish, physical anguish, like you're rewiring their mind in a negative way to where when they grow up, they're not gonna function as normally as other people who that hasn't had to. Like I don't want to sound like they're broken or anything. I'm just saying like you're abusing them and something's gonna happen with that. Now let's read the rest of this. Gateway's response to the allegations. In the mid 2000s, she approached Gateway seeking $50,000 to cover the cost of therapy needed after the childhood abuse. Yeah, I bet. You see that? $50,000. And I bet you it should have, and that's in the mid 2000s. It was if it was nowadays, it would probably be more than that. Not due to inflation, but because of I'm thinking we have better treatments and all that. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with it, but $50,000 worth of therapy. Tell me that, like how has she been able to afford that? Like, imagine what that's doing to her finances, and that's just crazy. And $50,000 to cover the cost. Let me see how much they said. He will serve 6 months of his 10-year sentence. That's crazy. Of the negotiated plea deal and pay $250,000 in restitution to who? It better be to her. Morris will also be required to register as a SO, I guess I'll say. But that's crazy. Like 6 months of a 10-year sentence. This is what they do. And they had Spider and they had Gunna and they had Lil Wayne and they had Kodak. Well, I heard he had some crazy allegations too. But still, like you know what I'm saying. Like they give, and I'm not just saying black rappers or black men. I'm just saying that they put so much time on people, and then these people get off 6 months of a 10-year sentence is crazy. He had that girl's mind so messed up. She had $50,000 in therapy, and he's charging, and they gave him 6 months, and he has to do $250,000 in restitution. Who's that going to though? Is that going to her? And would it even matter? Like, what is 200? Oh, I lost my place. And what is $250,000 going to do to a person after suffering that for so many years? I'll go on. Prior to the accusation, Morris had grown Gateway to a megachurch with tens of thousands of attendees. And if there's tens of thousands of attendees, I guarantee you, there's no way she was the only one. There's no way. And if there's tens of thousands, like there's got to be somebody who saw and could be a witness who should have said something back then as well. That's just how I'm breaking it down. A best-selling evangelical author whose sermons were broadcast internationally and a faith advisor to President Trump. Ooh, ooh. Epstein didn't kill himself. Ooh, uh-oh. He resigned from his role at Gateway Church after the allegations surfaced. While he did not respond to the specifics of the charges, he did admit to moral failure. That's crazy. Because it's like, ugh, what do you mean? Like, he doesn't have to admit to it, but you're going to say that you have moral failure. This is a 12-year-old girl. This isn't like some grown woman and he was like cheating on his wife with a mistress. If you have moral failure and you're around a child, that's a little bit dubious to say the least. Four elders were removed from the church after an investigation found they knew about the allegations but did nothing about them. I think they should get charged too. They're removed from the church, but that's like got to be some type of conspiracy or something. Like they should be charged too. Cindy Clemenshire, the woman who accused Morris, was in court when he pled guilty. Ooh, I wonder how that felt to her. She probably enjoyed that, but who knows? According to Clemenshire, the abuse began in 1982 when Morris, then a traveling evangelist, was staying with her family. She was 12 at the time, and the abuse continued for years. So he stayed with the. That's crazy. Like her parents didn't go to the police, and they allowed that man to stay in her house, stay in their house. He did that to their daughter, and they didn't charge. And I bet you it happened in their house too. And the crazy part is, how are you gonna go into somebody's house as an evangelist, go in somebody's house, they're bringing you in and helping you out by giving you a place to stay for free and probably feeding you and all that, and then you go and assault their daughter? That's wild. And he only got 6 months. That's wild. Clementshire told her parents and church leaders about the abuse in 1987. None of them contacted the police, and Morris went through. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm skipping around a little bit. In the mid 2000s, she approached Gateway seeking 50,000 to cover the cost of therapy needed after child abuse. That settlement fell apart because she was not willing to sign a non-disclosure. Yeah, she later said she does not believe she is the only victim. Of course, they tried to shush her up. A non-disclosure agreement. Oh no, that's how they get you too. Like that's what, man. Come on now, man. Watch out. Nashville rideshare driver charged with soliciting teen. Wait, is this the same one? Oh, at the time, a letter from Morris's lawyer told Clemenshire that she bore responsibility. What? At the time, a letter from Morris's lawyer told Clemenshire that she bore responsibility for the abuse. Who are these people? Who was his lawyer? She went public with her accusations last year, leading to an investigation and charges. The state of Oklahoma filed charges based on an old law that stops the clock on the statute of limitations when a defendant moves out of state. At the hearing, Clemenshire read and prepared a statement detailing how the abuse affected every part of her life, including relationships, her marriage, and how she raised her children. That's horrible. And he only got 6 months and had to pay $250,000 in restitution that I bet you didn't even all go to her. I wonder what these comments are saying. I hope I'm not the only one who's thinking this. Oh, hold on. Here it is right here. This was posted an hour ago. He'll serve 6 months of a 10-year sentence for molesting a child. He got a raw deal. If it was in federal court, he'd already have a pardon along with the four church elders who condone his actions. Just curious, $250,000 in restitution? How in the heck does that work? Click his heels 3 times and it never happened? Or does it go to grease the wheels of the plea deal? Exactly. Like, come on now. Sorry, but I just don't get the whole megachurch thing where pastors become gazillionaires. Exactly. I don't. I've seen a video about that. I don't get that either. Don't their parishioners recognize the anti-biblical nature of this happening? And then who is this coupled with? And then when this is coupled with child molestation, they try to help sweep it under the rug. What is wrong with these people who claim to profess the faith? Exactly. They're making everybody who's a believer look bad, and hide behind an illusion of honor and integrity as a leader. We need good role models. Some that stand in the light are not good, and some that hide in the dark are not bad. Exactly. So I'm glad that people like, of course, it's not much of a hot take, and of course, there's going to be people who don't disagree. But at the same time, I just want to see what other people say. I like reading comments. Every time I watch a video, I just like to read the comments to see if everybody's on board and see who the naysayers are. Kelly Decker, parents in church sweeping it under the rug and showing the girl she does not matter. Exactly. How do you think that affected her throughout her life? That's crazy. The Me Too movement, I said something about that, shed some light on it, but it is still very kept much in the dark from the world's eyes, and there are far too many people remaining silent. Exactly. I think in this day and age, everybody that's actually had something happen to them should stand up because I feel like they're going to get way more support these days than they would have gotten as you see in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. I think people are going to be way more supportive these days. It's time for people to consider coming back to the now smaller historical mainline Christian denominations, Episcopalian, Lutheran, and Methodist. I don't see how that changes anything. Like it's still going to be people who do these things. It doesn't matter where you go. There's still creeps in the midst. So I don't know how the signature British accent. I wonder what happened with this case. Even though it administered a sentence of supposedly 6 months, Insert significant pause. Once those are once those on the inside find out what he has committed, unless sequestered, it is unlikely that he survives prison. Hmm. Huh. But yeah. Um to me it's just crazy. I could see more comments, but I don't think we need to look at the comments any further. This isn't one of those cases where there's going to be arguments in the comments and anything juicy. Everybody's thinking and saying the same thing. It's just crazy that in 2025, when was this article written? October 2nd, 2 minute read, updated 3 hours ago. It's crazy that they did that. That's how you know that this Epstein file case is probably will never be released because even this guy, well, I mean, he was close to Trump, so that makes a lot of sense. Somebody should do a deep dive into that, like somebody who's willing to take the time. But it's just ridiculous, man. I just got done eating, so I had to pause the video. So I don't know what I said, but I do want to say more about that situation. Really, it's just about like the phrases we use and how YouTube doesn't let us say them. Like, hold on, I gotta put a dip in. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Basically, it's like, why can't we say? Why do we have to say PDF file? Why do we have to say essay and grape? Like, we should say what it is and call those people out and call them those names. Like, we shouldn't be calling them a grapist. Like, we should be calling them what they are, and we should be using those words and shaming them appropriately. And when you say all of that, it kind of takes away from what they are and what they did. And I don't think that it's right. I don't. I'm not like gonna make this channel about how censorship has ruined society and all of that. But just reading that article kind of got me a little bit heated because this guy did some terrible things and he's a terrible person and we have to beat around the bush about it. So future generations, if they only have audio clips because something happened and the infrastructure networks went down, but somehow audio was, I don't know, just some crazy stuff. It's like people are gonna look toward people in the future can look back and we're using like corn, so they're gonna be looking at corn and being like, what is it? Why is this so diabolical? And they're gonna get rid of all the corn because they think that corn addiction is what causes men and society to fail too. So it's just dumb. Like there needs like we should bring all the words back and then do a case by case basis of who's doing and who's using it wrong, which I don't even think you can use those words wrong unless you're like defaming somebody. I just don't get it. I don't understand it, and that's what I think needs to change. I think there's too much going on these days, and censoring these words are in a way protecting the people who who violate and and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna pause it here. I shouldn't tell you that. I should just pause it. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna switch to a lighter note. I'm gonna react to some stuff. How would y'all like that? Would y'all like that? Because I know we're all flustered and we're all angry and agitated at this guy. So let's lighten the mood a little bit. I found a video called "Huge High School Football Hits, but they get increasingly harder." So I'm really sure that this is gonna lighten the mood and bring up our spirits. There's nothing better and nothing more American than cheering on people smashing into each other and causing life-threatening injuries. So it's a buffering. Hopefully it starts. Let's see. Ooh, that was not. Ooh, oh no. That's my worst fear. Is like I gotta pause it for copyright problems, I guess. But that's my worst fear was when I was playing football. is to catch a ball and get hit like that. Like just your whole lower body is exposed to whatever they want to throw at you. Ugh. That's not bad. He should have stayed down though. He was already. Ooh. But he got back up though. Yo! I'm so glad I don't play high school football with these guys. God! Yeah! Oh! He's getting us slow too. He's getting us slow too. This is high school? Ain't no way. Woo! Oh! Have y'all seen that movie Any Given Sunday? That's what that reminded me of. I don't know if anybody's seen that movie. Am I showing my age? But that movie is like crazy. And that's what that reminded me of. God dang! CTE! I would hate that. I would hate is for the first thing I see is a ball entering my hand, and then the next thing I see is like the sky and the stars, and I'm looking up wondering what happened, and then there's somebody cheering over me, talking about, "Woo! Let's go!" Well, these guys, these high schoolers don't sound like they don't look like they talk like that, sound like that. They're probably they eat cornbread and steak for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I wish that was like his head. That was probably his head. This is why. Oh my gosh. Oh, that wasn't that bad. It probably hurt though. He got up slow. Yo, that's why you gotta have. I don't even know if that was the hit that they're looking at, but that's why you gotta have that chin strap on. You gotta have it on. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable, but that's why. Now everybody thinks that you got laid out like a. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But that's why. That's why you gotta have that chin strap on. He got pushed down. That's nothing. Dang, this must be in Texas. All those people for a high school game. God dang! Have mercy. Ain't no way. Woo! These are the type of hits that has your mom in the audience crying, "My baby!" And I do not want to get hit that hard. Like, well, I didn't want to get hit that hard. I got hit that hard one time. No, twice. One in PB football and one in high school. I was on the. It's crazy because I was on kickoff return and I got hit that hard. Nobody saw it, luckily. And my dad was there. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope my dad didn't see that because that was embarrassing.
On the scoreboard. They've been playing two opponents all day. Carroll City and themselves.
Ooh, nice. Nice. I know that's right.
He had his hands up.
I know that's right. Look at this. Ooh, thank you for the replay. Bam! Oh yeah, he's going. Oh. Don't. Oh. Oh my gosh. Like, I can't. These are the type of hits that you know, like, if, oh my goodness. Like, these guys have aspiring hopes to go to college and then go to the NFL. Getting hit like that this early, I don't think that's going to happen. This is why teachers have to pass these kids so they can play. Because if you're getting hit like that, there's no way you're going to have the mental capacity to do algebra or write a paper on Edgar Allan Poe and why what's it called? The Raven is such a good story or whatever. I don't know what they do in high school these days, but there's no way you're getting an A, getting hit like that every Friday. Oh, he didn't even catch it. Damn, he didn't even catch it. He didn't give a fuck either. Look at that dude's dreads. That's crazy. That's, oh my god. I'd quit that day. Oh, he's big as fuck. He's big as fuck. There's no way they're taking him down. Whoa! They're both big. This is not high school. God damn! Oh, he stayed on the ground too. Boo! Kickoff. That was me. Kickoff return. That's not me. But I'm just saying, I was on that. That's where I got hit at. That was a nice throw. God damn! The helmet came off. You got the guys waving their arms. He's done. Look at him. He's getting up though. Walk that off. Go get some Gatorade. That's a nice throw. God damn! Oh, oh, oh! That was some nice footwork at the end. That's crazy. I like that. That see, look at that. You see that? You see how we're cheering up now? I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end it here because I'm feeling good now. And looking at that, I know I do not want my son playing football in Texas. He needs to stick to soccer because he'll be leaving the field. I know most of those guys, they've got to be vegetables now. They've got to be vegetables. That's crazy. But yeah, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Hopefully this was entertaining. I tried not to ramble so much in the beginning because I like to do that. But my girl slash ex slash friend, well, she said I need to shorten that, but I'm not gonna shorten it. I think it's funny. It's probably too long. She also said I don't need to be saying I rant and ramble and yap. But I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest for the viewers, for my subscribers. I'm letting y'all know, like, hey, this is the real me. But I think that's gonna call it a night. I'll probably make another video if I feel like it. I just drank like a whole bunch of Celsius, and I'm lit. It's only 9:53. I got a pack of Corona in the refrigerator, so I might get on that. But yeah, y'all, whoever watches it, share it. I think this one's shareable. I'm gonna say that. I'm getting good, and I got my title cards going up. Like, bro, I'm good. Oh, and before I leave, I want to say this: Microsoft sucks ass. Like, I cannot stand Microsoft. Like, for me to copy and paste the links, I have to email it to myself because the notepad doesn't accept links apparently. And then I tried to download another notepad out of the Microsoft Store, which sucks. And when I tried to go copy it, I pushed the right button, and the shit was in Chinese. I'm pretty sure I got a virus now. But to have to pay for Microsoft Word just so you can do that is bonkers. I don't know if Mac does that, Apple, but I think I might switch to that. I already got an iPhone. I've had an Android for like 20 years or so. Like, I don't know when Android actually came out, but I've had that. I've only ever had Android, and this is my first time getting iPhone. It was an iPhone 17. I had a dream that some woman put her phone over my phone and hacked all my stuff. So I'm pretty sure there might be some security issues with iPhone 17. I don't know, but I was telling myself I don't like the iPhone. This is gonna be my last iPhone. I'm going back to Android, and now I'm thinking to myself, okay, I might get an Android phone and an Apple computer or something, like an Apple laptop or something. Because Microsoft and their store is so ass. Like, the Play Store for Android, that's cool, but the Microsoft Store is awful. I can't stand it. I think I said in one of my other videos, I was up for like 2 hours trying to figure out what video editing app I can get out of the Microsoft Store for free that's good, and I could only wind up with CapCut. Like, and Xbox, I have an Xbox. I like the Xbox, but I gotta admit the Xbox kind of sucks. You know, my girl's telling me that she can do. She had a PS5, I think. I don't know, but no, she didn't because she would still have it. But she said she likes the PlayStation because you can do 15-minute clips. Now, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't know like how to do it. But when I was trying to clip videos so that I can use them as like background for my YouTube stuff, it would only let me clip, and I do remember talking about this. It only let me clip for like a minute. So it's like Microsoft products. I don't know why he's still a billionaire. I think everybody needs to just switch over to to anybody else because Microsoft is not it. And with that being said, I'm gonna leave it there. I will talk to y'all tomorrow or maybe later on tonight. Who knows?